Do you need help with that?
I'm thinking I would probably like some help.
Yeah. Darfur is a part of together.
You're starting a brand new organization here. I mean, brand new for this campus, a stand, right?
Yeah.
How old is the stand here at the University of Idaho?
Week and a half.
Week and a half. Wow.
Yeah, officially.
Do you guys have an idea what you're getting into?
Unfortunately, yeah.
It's kind of one of those things that there's no question about how this is going. I mean, I'm pretty much, I've come to that point where I'm about ready to, as far as putting myself away, I'm spreading myself so thin. But it's one of those things at the end of the day, I think to myself, would I be doing this, or what else would I do? And it's kind of one of the things, I guess how I basically always looked at it is the fact that it's one thing to not know, and it's one thing to know and not do anything about it.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm doing this. It's hard. That's basically sums it up. You have school, you're a full-time student, I'm an RA. Basically example yesterday, like I had 2 tests that I needed to get done, and I was just, I mean, I wasn't studying and I was spreading myself way too thin. And last night we had a big rally where we went around and we walked around the school, and then we had a little campfire, and I pretty much tried to study anywhere in between. I was up till 3 o'clock studying, and then I took a little nap between 3 to 5, and studied till 7, took a nap till 7 to 8, and then studied till 9:30, and that's when I had my class. I mean, I'm running on fumes right now.
I come from a family that are very vocal, we're very community involved. And I remember reading Anne Frank in school and saying, if I was alive during the Holocaust, I would be that person that was harboring the Jews. I would risk my life in order to make sure that people lived, because it's not fair that one group of people is exterminated just because of their ethnic or religious beliefs. I also, as I grew up, I started getting more and more into activism. I worked with grassroots activists in Thailand. I worked with villages that were affected by government decisions. And in April 2005, I heard Ruth Messenger, the president of the American Jewish World Service, speak about Darfur at my college at Portland State University. And she said one thing that particularly stuck out to me was that she said, I went into the camps and I saw all these beautiful African children, and they all had red hair, and I'd never seen, an African with red hair. And her next comment was, they have red hair because they're malnutritioned. And that was the point where I was like, this is disgusting, this can't be happening. When I lived in Thailand, I heard about Cambodia. I traveled around in Cambodia and Vietnam and saw the results of war, and this was something that I could actually do something about. So I started working with the Portland Coalition for Genocide Awareness 3 years ago, and I just haven't stopped, and I'm not going to stop until this genocide's over and Darfuris can have a voice in rebuilding their own country and their own lives.
Promise! Never again! What do we promise? Never again! Save! Darfur! Save! Darfur! Save! Darfur! Save! Darfur! What do we promise? Never again! What do we promise? Never again! What do we promise? Never again! Save! Darfur! Save! Darfur! Save! Darfur! Save! Darfur! What do we promise? Never again! What do we promise? Never again! What do we promise? Never again! Save! Darfur! Save! Darfur! Save! Darfur! Save! Darfur! What do we promise? Never again! What do we promise?